When was the first time that you remember shrinking yourself? When do you remember dimming a part of yourself, pretending you're not something, dimming your light to make other people like you, to feel worthy of other people's love or attention or affection? When did you decide that that part of yourself was not worthy of love? Because let me tell you, that part of yourself that you are hiding away in the closet back there, you are pushing away, you're saying, this is not me, this does not exist. That part of yourself, that's where your differences lie. That's where your authenticity lies. That's where your skills, your talents, your purpose lies. It all lies in our differences, in the things that set us apart. And so if you have just abandoned all of the parts of yourself that make you different, that make you stand out, that might make someone else uncomfortable, you are blocking so many blessings. And you are also telling yourself that you at your core, for who you really are, is not worthy of love, is not worthy of attention, is not worthy of affection, and should just stay in the closet. Your self-confidence takes a hit. Your self-worth takes a hit. You end up in jobs that you don't really want. You end up in relationships where you are not valued. You end up with friendships that are superficial and that aren't based on what your values are, or who you really are, or what you love to do. You end up missing out on all of these hobbies or creative experiences, or even your purpose, this thing that could make you so much money, that could make the world so much better, that could make your life so much better. You're missing out on all of it. And it all stems from rejection of this piece of ourselves, rejection of the part of ourselves that stands out and possibly makes other people or even yourself a little uncomfortable, the unconventional parts of ourselves. When I was a kid, it was my feelings. My feelings have always been big, girl. I've always had a lot of them. I've always been very sensitive. And I learned at a young age that me being so emotional and in tune with things was weird. I always felt that there was something wrong with this, that I was weird. I was made fun of by kids. I had adults in my life that told me that this was like not okay and something that I needed to deal with. I still have adults in my life that are like, you're way too emotional. I tried to shut this away. I tried to pretend that this wasn't who I am. I tried to pretend that I was a cool girl, that I was chill, that I was aloof, that I didn't care about anything. I care about everything. And I'm now gratefully in a place where I love that. I love my feelings. I love my sensitivity. I love the fact that I care so deeply about so many different things, because that is where my talents lie. That is where my skills lie. My empathy is there. My ability to be vulnerable and to connect with other people of all walks of life is there. My ability to stand out and talk to people, make videos, connect with people I've never even met. That all lies there. And so if I always just decided that my feelings and my sensitivity and my vulnerability was weird, like everyone said it was, I would not be doing this. I would not be a good nurse. I work as a nurse. I would not be a good nurse because I would not be able to take care of my patients in the way that I do, with this connection to them and this empathy to the way they feel. I would not have the relationship that I have through my sensitivity, my feelings. That's how I discovered my love for yoga, because I needed a way to regulate my feelings, to release my feelings. And now I know that I love teaching yoga because I love being able to provide that to other people. All of your skills, all of the things that make you who you are, that make you a little different, that make you a little quirky, that make you very authentic, are gonna be a little different than everyone else. And that's good. That it's actually like supposed to be that way. The other way I will sometimes think about it is, this might be a little woo-woo for people, but here we are, that's my MO, okay? I believe that we are all like a drop of the same ocean. We are all one drop of consciousness from source consciousness, from God, from the universe. We are all connected, but we are also all a little different. We're just like a little different reflection of God. Like if you think about scales on a fish, like the reflective ones, we're each like little different scales. And all together we make this beautiful big picture, and that is the universe, that is God, that is source energy. But we have to be those little different aspects of ourselves in order to make this whole picture. We have to be these little different beings, these little different drops, these little different souls in order to form the whole picture. And by us deciding that we aren't going to be our authentic selves, we're not working together for the whole picture. Also, by us saying that our things that make us different, that make us stand out, are wrong and bad and something to be ashamed of, we're actively saying that this part of God, this reflection of the universe, isn't good enough, isn't cool enough, we don't like it. How could I would never in my life tell another human being that who they are isn't good enough and sucks. I couldn't even imagine telling God, this part of yourself, it's lacking. I don't like it. It's not a good one. You should just meh. But yet we're doing that in essence by shunning ourselves and not allowing ourselves to really celebrate our authenticity. We're doing that. We are taking this little reflection of God, of the source energy of the universe, and we are saying this part isn't good enough. This version isn't nice enough. I don't like this version. I'm not going to be this version. We're criticizing something that is so beautiful. We are keeping ourselves from moving with the whole picture of the universe, from being our little moving part. And we're never going to not be it. That's the other thing. We're always going to be whatever it is we're trying to pretend we're not. And so it's either, are you going to get comfy with it? Are you going to get cozy with it? Are you going to decide to accept it? Or are you just going to spend your life hating this part of yourself that's never going to go away? Beanie, what part of yourself do you dim? How does this tie into money and abundance? Again, this might be a little woo-woo for some of you, but we're gonna get there. In astrology, the second house is money, right? Material possessions, money, yes, it's those things. But it is also self-worth. It's also self-value and confidence. And I always kind of didn't really get the connection between self-worth and money. It didn't really make sense to me. And then it clicked, okay? Money. What is money? Money is an energetic exchange. We are giving our time, we are giving our energy for another form of energy. Money. And in our society, we give our time and our energy for money so that then we can buy food, water, okay? This is a natural give and take flow of the universe, right? Plants. We breathe out carbon dioxide, plants breathe in carbon dioxide, and breathe out oxygen, which we then bring in, right? It's a symbiotic relationship, a give and a take. I think, truly, we are all given skills that are meant to be a part of this give and take, right? You give me gardening help, and I help you do the electricity in your house. Give and takes, things that we are all naturally good at, all of these gifts that are meant to be a part of this like symbiotic relationship where we're all working together, interweaving, and helping each other to exist. Our differences, our skills, our authenticity, that's where our like purpose lies. That's where what we love to do, what we're naturally good at, what we're interested in lies. And when we are doing what we're interested in, what we love to do, what's authentic to us, we're putting our energy into that. And we're bringing the world a gift. We're bringing the world a skill. We're bringing the world something that then the world can give us something back for. So if you don't have self-worth, you aren't going to have this skill to bring to the world. Because you're like, oh, I don't like that about myself, so I'm gonna pretend it doesn't exist. I'm not gonna pay attention to it. And then you're not paying attention to and you're not celebrating this skill that you have that would bring you so much abundance by bringing it into the world. So that's where I see the connection between self-worth and money, because money is our version of return for giving out our skill. And so if we're never honing in on our natural skills and abilities and purpose and passions, then we are never finding the thing that we love to give out into the world. So yeah, we might have jobs, we might do things for money, but it's not things that are necessarily fulfilling us. It's not things that are necessarily authentic to us. Maybe it's things that society deems really important or that our parents really wanted us to do, but it's not things that we really feel naturally driven to do. And so this is why I think it's so important to find what you love and to do it, no matter if it makes you money or not. Because in the end, when you are doing what you love and you are consistently putting that out into the world, it is like a divine law, right? The divine law of compensation, that it's gonna come back to you. It's always just like, there's no way it can't. You can't do what you love and pour your heart and soul and energy into it and not gain something in return for it. But that's not the purpose for doing it. The purpose is because we love it, because it fuels us, because it makes us happy, right? And in turn, yes, we get all of these amazing gifts back, but we just did it because how could we do anything else? It's what we feel like we were born to do. It's what we feel like we're alive to do. And we aren't taught to find this. We aren't taught to hone in on this. We aren't taught to discover these skills, these hobbies, these loves. We're taught to pick a career, go to college, get the job, work, pay off the debt that we got ourselves into in order to go to college to get the job. We're distracted by everything going on, everything that's in the news, everything that we have to deal with and navigate as a human. Okay, yeah, you like to play the piano. You like to draw. Well, that's a hobby. You can have fun doing that on the 2 days a week that you get off of work. Enjoy. No, I don't think that's the purpose of life. I know it's not the purpose of life.
I do just want to say, as humans, I think we're meant to be multifaceted and we're meant to evolve and grow as life evolves and grows. And so that means that our interests and our skills and our passions and the things that bring us joy, that's all going to change too. And we're not meant to just focus on one thing and do that forever because it's our purpose, right? Like, our purpose is to grow and learn and experience life and enjoy life and all that life has to bring. And that includes the things we're passionate about, the hobbies, the skills that we have, what we want to bring to the world. But it's meant to change. We're meant to grow. We're meant to discover new things. Like, that is inevitable. That's a part of life.
And I say this as a girl who's trying to build her dream life in her days off of work and who isn't getting like immediate success. It takes time and it takes patience, but I really think that when we do this, eventually it will come in time, as long as we feel comfortable putting our energy into it. Everything is energy, and everything is an energetic exchange.
At the end of the day, I think the biggest thing that holds us back from really stepping into our dream life or doing what we love is ourselves and our own subconscious brain. Like, the power of your subconscious mind is insane. And if you believe that going after your dreams or doing something that's non-traditional or non-typical isn't safe, like, that's what's going to reflect back to you. That's subconsciously, you're also going to hold yourself back from really stepping out there because you don't think it's safe. So that's the biggest thing that I am dealing with right now in building my dream life and going after what I really want. Your subconscious mind can be your op, girl, or it can be your best friend that brings you everything you want. It's about reprogramming your mind and understanding where your beliefs and your fears come from and not letting them run you. Like, still, you're the boss. You're the boss, and you're working with your subconscious mind, who is going to help you get there.
Let's journal, baby. Let's figure out what our authenticity is, what details of ourselves that we've been shoving aside, and let's activate them so that we can become our best, most abundant, most cute, most loved, most us selves. Number 1, let's go back to the first question I asked in the beginning of this video. When was the first time you felt like you had to shrink yourself? When was the first time you felt like you had to dim a part of yourself, hide a part of yourself? How did that make you feel? What did that tell you about yourself or about this part of yourself? And where are you still shrinking it and hiding it today? Number 2, what things does time stand still for when I'm doing? What things do I love to do that just fuel me with so much energy, that make me feel good, that I'm just passionate about, that I really want to try to do more of, or that I really just genuinely enjoy doing? Maybe it's something that hasn't even been invented yet. That's pretty cool, but what is it? What do you feel drawn to? What does time stand still when you do? What do you love doing, or you just can't see yourself ever not doing it? And if you don't know what this is yet, if you haven't found this hobby or this skill or this love yet, girl, that's incredible, because you have so much in front of you. You have so much opportunity. You have so much discovery, and it's going to be so fun for you to figure out and try all these things and see what it is to love. And finally, what parts of myself or my personality do I need to show a little love to? What parts of myself or my personality aren't really mine that I'm doing just to feel accepted? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. As always, my name is Sarah. This is Mirrors, and in this video series, we change our lives from the inside out. The video versions are always on YouTube, and the audio versions are always on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I got an Instagram and a TikTok, and I will see you next time.